Hey, Inspires. So, I just wanted to put this on your mind real quick. Um, I wanted to talk about how can I grow, and not only how can I grow, how can I trust the process, and how do I handle the process. So, you want to grow, right? Think about it like when we were younger, when we were in our teens, and we were waiting for that growth spurt. I know a lot of us were athletes and things like that. If we think about it like that, even if we weren't, right? We were awaiting that growth spurt. We saw the people around us getting taller, our classmates maybe filling out or whatever, and we were wondering when it was our turn. And it's it was important for us to keep up, to catch up, to get what we felt we wanted from what we saw around us. And when I think about personal development, when I think about growth in life, when I think about um, having the desires of our heart, I think about that growth spurt or that desire to have that growth spurt, and how we sometimes don't handle the fact that it's not quite our turn yet so well. So I want y'all to think about processing um, how to handle um, that time before we grow into the person that we most desire. We grow the life around us that we most desire to have. I want y'all to think about how y'all are coming across handling that. Um, they say patience is a virtue, and it's really easier to say that than to live it. It really is. And we all become impatient at one point, but it's not about it's not about consistently fighting yourself to be patient. It's not about that. Sometimes we're going to be impatient, and those are the moments where we have to show ourselves grace, and we have to reevaluate the situation. We have to understand that maybe the way that we're coming at this thing, however we're thinking about this thing, maybe the plan that we have set up for this thing isn't quite the way it needs to be positioned for this thing that we want, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's not quite positioned in the way that we need it to be positioned in order for it to come to fruition. So, in order to manifest the things that you want, and I don't use the word manifest in the kind of magical razzle dazzle kind of way I've been hearing it lately. I more so use it as in order to have a physical representation of the things that you've been wanting. Um, it's important for you to really devise a plan. And what I call that is vision building. So you're going to build a vision. And what that means is you're really going to imagine the life that you want. The life that you want. And it doesn't matter how far out it seems. If that's the life you want, that's the life you're going to imagine. And then you're going to write it down. If you can't remember everything you imagined, which I've never come across that. I've never come across visualizing the things that I want for my life and then not remembered it when it's time for me to write it down. But if you have that type of memory, that's fine. You write it as you think, and you read it back to yourself, and then you convert it to a vision board. That's what vision boards are. The vision boards are really what was in your mind, put on paper onto the board so that you can see it. And from that day on, you use that vision board to create maps. toward the life that you want. You have now started the road to reverse engineering the life that you want. So you see you want a house, and you want a certain type of house in a certain type of neighborhood in a certain state by a certain time. Now you can work backwards to see how much it'll cost, if it exists, if you have to have it built, how much that'll cost, what you have to do to make the money for that. You might even devise some different streams of revenue and get the money faster. But you're going to be able to do that because you first made a plan towards that vision that was on the board, that was in your mind, that you wrote down, that you put on the board. So I think it's really important that we just know that if we want to grow, and if we're in our growing phases, that it's okay to revamp the way that we're going about things. It's okay to come up with plans that add to our journey. Not add stress, not add strife. Add to our revenue, add to our mindset. And then also get around people, and I'm always going to say this, get around people who are more than like-minded, right? Get around people who are hungry and thirsty to gain more and more and more, the same way you are, and not just dream more, gain it, get around those people. And with that, you will be able to handle, that period of your life where you're not quite where you want to be, until you get to where you want to be. So I know that there's some people who just don't know how to get started. So I want those people to make sure they stay tapped in and get in touch with me. Hit me in my DM. You can even have a one-on-one with me, and I can help you get started on your journey, on your personal development journey, on your vision building, whatever it is that you're looking for. You want to build that confidence, you want to build that clarity and understanding of who you are and where you're going and what's next, and find your purpose in life and all of those things. I'm your girl. So y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great one. Y'all remember to aspire big so that you can inspire bigger. And I'll talk to y'all later. Later, y'all.